So hey everyone, Kevin Hanlon here with MTG Frontier, and we're here on Magic the Gathering doing a first. We're going to be recording a video of, Frontier on MTGO, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm on the play, and this hand's okay. It doesn't have a Thraben Inspector, but it does have a really good 2-drop in Thalia's Lieutenant. And assuming that I get a third land drop, this will be really good. So I think we can keep this. I do not know what my opponent is on, but we're just going to lead on a Canopy Vista because we don't have a 1-drop. Alright, my opponent leads on a Blooming Marsh. Might be John Delirium, could be any number of things really. I'm going to go ahead and lead on my Thalia's Lieutenant and leave back a Windswept Heath, just in case my opponent wants to Fatal Push my Thalia's Lieutenant, which it looks like they want to do. Yeah, sure. So we'll get it back with Renegade Rallier a little later. Looks like an Abzan list. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and crack a Windswept Heath, go get a Plains, and we'll go ahead and play our Renegade Rallier, and get a Thalia's Lieutenant out of the graveyard. Yep. And that'll be all. Abzan's a really difficult matchup for our deck, but we can get through it with some good drops, for sure. I think next turn Abzan Falconer looks really good, just because Abzan doesn't have a lot of good ways to deal with flyers, and I'll be able to swing with 6 in the air. Okay, so Thalia's really good, but I don't think we're ready for her. Oh fuck. That is not what I wanted to do. Alright, well. We'll swing like this. Alright, so we're not getting as much as we could in. That was unfortunate. Definitely a serious misclick. Still kind of getting used to this interface, so thanks for your patience, guys. Probably looking at a Rhino coming in here. Yep, looks like it. Yeah, Siege Rhino's a thing. Opponent offering up the trade. I'll block. Okay. Flooded Strain's really good. So now I have the option of playing my Abzan Falconer or playing Tireless Tracker and getting some clues. I think for now what I want to do is play a Falconer. I'll play the Flooded Strand, and yeah, we'll attack with all. Okay, opponent decides not to attack, which is really good for me, presumably. And we get another land off the top, and it's a forest, which is kind of what I wanted. So yeah, we'll put this land, get a clue, and Yeah, I'll just swing in here. Like so. My opponent might decide to take away my flying with like a Dramoka's command or something like that, which would be pretty good, and it looks like that's what they're looking to do. Yeah, this is quite the blowout. So they can take their pick of what to eat out of my attackers. And I imagine you block my Thalia's Lieutenant. Yeah. Solid choice. Well, I guess I can bluff here. So I will. Okay. Well, that was always a possibility. Opponent played really well there. And another Rhino. That's unfortunate for me. But when the timing's right, you got to go for it, right? All right. Collected Company off the top is probably just going to get main phased here. Yeah. Cause yeah, I need to get on the offensive really. So I'll main phase this. So I think we like Warkite Marauder here. And I'll go for a Thraben Inspector. And then we'll bottom the rest of these. Okay. Get a clue. And yeah, I think we pass. So this is definitely a key piece in the matchup. If my opponent doesn't have removal for it, then we're in a really good spot just because it can kind of nullify the amount of bulkiness that this Siege Rhino is adding to my opponent's board right now. But this is definitely like still one of the hardest matchups for Bant Humans. My opponent might decide to swing here. We're going to take that. We're definitely going to take the 4. I'm fine with Anafenza, I guess. Okay, well, that's pretty perfect. So I think that since we didn't draw a land, I'm going to go ahead and just go for Thalia here. And then we'll play her Lieutenant as well. Put this here. Opponent decides to block thusly. If they have a fatal push for my Thalia, then I think we're dead, but otherwise I think we're pretty okay, because we can take the 4. If they have another Siege Rhino in hand, then we have to block with our Thalia's Lieutenant on the Siege Rhino, and then that stops it from being Xaxes, and if they have like a Dramoka's command, then we're dead. So That's kind of what we're looking at right now. Kind of kicking myself because if I had played my Abzan Falconer at the point where I talked about it, then I'd be in a much better position and probably have won by now. But let's see what they've got. Gideon I can deal with. Emblem I don't know if I can deal with. Okay. No, I can do this. I can totally do this. All right, so we take 3 here and block Anafenza, and then we're fine. So I have to give up my Thalia, and that's all right. So we'll put this here, and we'll put this here, and then we're okay. I believe. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's game 1 for us. Sweet. So sideboard, our plan is pretty direct here. So we definitely want an Abzan Falconer. We definitely want a Warkite Marauder. The Glorybound Initiates tend to be a little silly, so we'll take one of those. We'll 2 of those out, and then I'll bring in a 4th Tireless Tracker. And I usually like bringing out a Renegade Rallier if we're going to bring in a 4th Tracker. I'm thinking about Disdainful Stroke, and I'm also thinking about Tragic Arrogance just because it tends to be a really good thing out of the sideboard for Abzan against our matchup. I'll board out a Dramoka's Command. Heck. Nah, they're valuable enough. I'll leave in my second one, but the Tragic Arrogance does look pretty good. And we'll take out a Collected Company for Gideon. Well, this hand's awful, so we're definitely gonna mull. I can keep this. I'll bottom that. Okay, well, no turn 1 Elvish Mystic, which is pretty good. Yeah, I'll just pass here. Unfortunately, we can't play our Thraben Inspector turn 1. I'll get my Canopy Vista now. That's unfortunate. Okay. So, yeah. Probably getting like a Smoldering Marsh or some shit. Okay. Thalia. Tireless Tracker. Okay. Tireless Tracker without a land to support it. That's interesting. Oh, cool. Well, we got another land. I think that I will play Lieutenant here. And we'll offer up the trade. If they want to trade down for my Thraben Inspector, I'm good with that. Okay, yep, they're going to get some stuff. And they can crack this Wooded Foothills for a Smoldering Marsh at this point and get it untapped. So this could be a Rhino. That's a lot of clues. That's a lot of clues. Jamoka's command? Yeah. That's fine or whatever. Well, that was a draw. So yeah, welcome to, if you guys haven't ever watched a Bant Humans game in the Frontier iteration, welcome to Bant Humans. Oh, man. I guess they might Smoldering Marsh here. And Fatal Push. Okay. So I believe that we are going to swing with the 3/4. So my opponent can crack 2 clues and force me to double block for the trade, and if they have a Dramoka's command, then that's just a huge blowout. So I'm not going to let them have it. And if they want to make a trade happen, then they can. Okay, so they crack 1 clue. No Fatal Push, notably, but they might have a Dramoka's command. Yeah. That happens sometimes. That's a lot of clues. That's definitely a lot of clues. Second Elvish Mystic, sure. Okay. Not looking good here. I'll play this Abzan Falconer. And I think we just pass. Hard to see my opponent not getting this one, honestly, with how much gas they have stored up with this Tireless Tracker. Yeah, that'll be it. And I'm wondering if we might want another Renegade Rallier or a Dispel. But I really like this configuration. I think we'll keep it this way. Okay. So yeah, we're on the play. Thraben Inspector into Warkite Marauder is really hard to go wrong on. Yeah, we'll keep this. 3 Warkite Marauders is going to be really good. Very frustrating for my opponent, typically. And let's see if they have, like, an Elvish Mystic, maybe? But even then, I still win that fight. Yep, so they've got their Elvish Mystic. Nice, Sylvan Advocate, very nice. All right, cool. We'll target Sylvan Advocate, make a no one. And play a second Warkite Marauder. Cool. Less cool. Probably going to attack for 2. We will not block. Cool. I have options. I think that my best bet is probably to see what I get off of Collected Company, but I'll do it in response to Crewing of the Copter before blocks. I could also play my Tireless Tracker and get like a lot of lands, but I have a pretty decent lead right now. Like my opponent doesn't have a way to animate their Shambling Bant at the moment. So I think I'll save my tracker for the late game. And yeah, we'll do the combat thing. Okay, so let's see what we get off this Collected Company. Okay, so we get a perfect hit. So we'll Reflector Mage here, and I think we'll get a Thalia's Lieutenant. Okay. So we'll Reflector Mage the Smuggler's Copter. And then I think we're good. Pretty awesome blowout there. That's like kind of exactly what I was looking for, to be honest. I guess we'll put these on the stack. Cool, so we are now effectively swinging in for a ton. Okay, and my opponent is giving up their Sylvan Advocate, which is pretty great for me. Hope he's got something good. It's kind of exactly what you want when you're up against Abzan, to be honest. Like, Warkite Marauder is, by a mile, the best card in the matchup. Okay, looks like a Siege Rhino. Maybe not. Yeah, totally a Siege Rhino. Okay. So that's fine because we can turn it into an 0-1. Okay. Cool. Well, that's awesome too. I'll play that. You know, sometimes you bottom your first one and you get your second one afterward. Cool. So we'll attack with all. And I'll turn this and this into a no one. Yeah, so I've been talking about it quite a bit, but like Warcry Marauder is just, I mean, this is a lethal attack if they don't block at least one thing, and then, yeah. Warcry Marauder is just so great. I got them down to one, like, jeez. You know what I mean? That's a human. This is a human Delver of Secrets. Like, I mean, I know Delver of Secrets is human before it flips, but like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe they play a Swamp here and attack for 6, and then it's lethal on the crackback. Yeah. We've pretty much got this one wrapped up. Sure. Still fine. Cool. So that was an awesome trial run of Bant Humans on Magic the Gathering Online. I hope that you guys are enjoying our new series. And yeah, I've been Kevin Handlin. I go by Skyburial. You can hit me up on Twitter. I'm at Skyburial on there. Yeah, Frontier's an awesome format. If this is your first time watching it, this is our first time playing it on MTGO. So yeah, I hope you guys are digging it. And yeah, hit us up. We're at MTG Frontier on Twitter, and I'm at Skyburial. Take it easy, guys.